So you have solar powered internet backup.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Some good news and some bad news.
Oh, why? Why does every time Peter show up, there's holes in roofs?
Right.
Oh, it just rebooted.
Oh. I need to let Charity know that we're gonna need to be putting holes in the walls. We need to chat. That's not the only hole we need to drill.
Okay, I'm out on this project now.
We are going to drill a hole into the roof of the car. Don't tell Charity.
Plug this into your car,
Okay.
or you can plug it into an adapter,
Oh.
and then now you have the world's most powerful high-performance Starlink hotspot.
I'm legitimately a little worried because I'm not calling you professor anymore. Your name's MacGyver, Pete. Well, if it isn't Professor Peplink.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man. Nice ride.
Thank you.
How are you?
Nice to see you
Long
again.
time no see.
Excited to work on another project.
This is gonna be fun. Welcome to Internet 3.0.
I like that.
If you guys remember in 2.0, Professor Peplink here came and helped set up a Peplink device to work with Starlink, cellular, and bond everything together, and it's been working great. I wanted to up the game here a little bit and bring you guys along and show you just what's possible for RVers. So whether you're full-time RVer, part-time, this is gonna be a video for you. What can we do with this?
Oh, well, we can do lots of things.
Okay.
I mean, Starlink in motion is becoming crazy stable, right? I mean, people are using it more and more. There's more satellites out now. Everybody's creating these really cool kits, which you showed me. So this is what I think we should do. I think we should take the BR2 that you already have, that dual 5G. We'll put the flat mount high performance, and we'll get rid of the smaller Starlink. We'll put a flat mount high performance that works in motion.
Okay.
Put it right on your RV.
Don't even have to tilt that.
Don't
It
have to tilt it
stays in
straight up. That's what it's designed for. Then we can just put a single 5G router in your SUV.
Okay. What about Starlink? Can we get Starlink on there too, you think?
And we'll wire the Starlink with a magnet. So you just take it off the RV, stick it on the SUV, and as you're going, you have Starlink, 5G, Wi-Fi, and then we'll make it all the same using InControl. So our cloud manager will make your house, your car, your RV, all exactly the same.
Which you guys might think that a magnet, will that fly off going down the road? It's never happened to anybody. So there's been...
We were playing earlier. We could.
Yeah.
It took two of us to pop it up.
I've got some magnetic 3M mounts that we're gonna put onto the RV if we can fit it.
That's the challenge number one, is how do we fit it? I saw your 4,000 watts. That's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot of solar.
We're starting high performance, and the Peplink router is about 125 watts.
Okay.
So that's going to be your draw as you're going down the road.
I don't like plugging things into 110. Like if we can, I always want to go DC to go directly off the batteries. So we've got a kit that we're going to use with this high performance Starlink dish that is going to convert it to DC. And I won't need any of the Starlink routers or power supplies.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want to start?
Well, let's see if we can get this Starlink on the roof. Like whenever I walk up and I'm doing a job for the very first time, I'm gonna go, okay, where's everything going and how am I getting the wires there? That should be the first thing we do, is
kind of the infrastructure first.
Is where can this thing physically fit, and then can I get wires to that space? Because sometimes I'll go, oh, this is a perfect space for the antenna, and then realize I can't put the antenna there because I can't physically run the wires.
Got it.
And so the first thing is try to find where you would like it, and then can I get the wires there, and then you adapt. And that is the hardest part of any install, is where do the wires go?
Yeah, that's why we bring on people who know what they're doing like you. So we're gonna be drilling some holes. Don't tell Charity. We're gonna have to explain that to her. That I'll be
We'll just tell her they're magnetic.
Right. This is gonna make so much possible. So thank you so much for
looking forward to
coming by and helping out with this. Follow along. We're gonna see if we can make this happen, but we're gonna show you what's out there and what's possible, what you can do, and you'll be able to take bits and pieces for you to know what's possible. And I think you're going to be in for a treat. I'm hoping we can really come up with a solution together to fit this guy up there with the solar panels.
Can I go look?
Yeah, go right ahead. Let me know what you think. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. That is so much solar.
Yes. Ah.
This looks like something out of like Mad Max or something. We don't need no stinking gas. My thought is that we take off that little tiny solar panel. It probably was used for trickle charging or something.
Yep.
And mount the Starlink right on top.
Okay, yeah, and that won't add any more height.
It's not gonna add any more height because you already have solar there. So you're already used to having that height.
Okay.
I don't normally recommend mounting on top of AC, but there's already screw holes in it. It's already, you're not gonna have to worry about leakage, and there's already something there.
Okay, there's hope. There's hope. Okay, that gives me a lot of hope. Thank you.
So I think that we should play with that.
Okay.
And then the only challenge you're gonna have is how do you access it? I think we just need to buy you two Starlinks and just have one for your RV, and then when you're towing, you have two of them bonded.
Right. I like it. See, now you're talking my language.
Because getting to that is not going to be fun. So I brought goodies. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Some of it's scratch and dent, so you have to forgive me.
All right. That's fine.
But we were talking about this project, and I thought it'd be fun to.
Oh my goodness. I'm just grateful that you came down to help. Dude, I didn't know you were going to be bringing goodies.
So I brought you a rack for your house because you were telling me that you needed a space for your video equipment. So I brought you a 12U rack. And then I thought, man, you're always on the road. You're always going places. So I brought you your own Pelican case so we can give you an internet on the go. So that way you can just take your internet wherever you go. You've always got your 5G. It's going to be wired up right in your case. You just take it and pop it in there.
Wait a second. So I can literally take this and go have internet anywhere.
Yeah.
Mobilely.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Outside the car or RV.
Yep.
So oh my gosh, this is totally versatile. I love it. That's awesome.
So these are the kits that we build for our customers.
Okay.
And so I just brought you just the case and we'll build that for you. And then I got some DC wiring stuff because you told me you wanted to go all DC. So we got some nice high gauge wire to power your Starlink. I brought you some dust connectors for your Ethernet ports. This way they don't get bugs or dust in your port. I got you a rack for your house.
Nav point. What?
So,
get out of here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna build your NAS in here. So we're gonna put all your network equipment, your NAS and all your 10 gigabit stuff.
Okay.
Wire that up right there for you. And I got one more thing.
What? But wait, there's more.
There's more. You were talking about your video producers.
Yep.
And
We've got so basically we've got a few editors that are helping us out, and we've got a NAS with all the footage that we make for you guys.
So I brought you 3 B1 routers. These are our 500 megabit VPN routers. And so what it lets you do is you give these to your editors, and they're basically on your network at your house.
Okay.
And so they can access your NAS, they can get connected into your services, you guys can share files back and forth.
All right, so we need to make a little Home Depot run. What do we need?
Well, in order to hook the RV to make it as an internet for your house, what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna take your old Starlink cable, we're gonna turn that into an Ethernet cable, and we're gonna plug it into your LAN of your Peplink router. Then we're gonna run a cable along your wall up into your network closet.
Okay.
And we're gonna plug that into your router as an internet source. So basically it's like your broadband provider plugs in, your RV will be your broadband provider for your house.
So all the connections in the RV, the T-Mobile, Verizon, Starlink, will
all be bonded
together with my current provider.
With your current broadband, and literally you'll be able to take all the uplinks. So like your current, like think about your cable modem, it only has like 40 megs of upload. Well then Starlink gives you 20 megs of upload, Verizon gives you 50 megs of upload. T-Mobile or AT&T give you another 50, 60 megabits of upload. So now you have like 150 megs of upload throughput by combining all these together. And so you'll aggregate all this up. So when you're working remotely trying to upload and download files, it's gonna happen a lot faster.
Okay, and then it's also a backup too. So if my current provider, like it's gone offline 3 times this week.
Yeah,
I won't know.
You literally won't even know.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. All right, let's go to Home Depot.
Let's do it.
All right, got a few parts.
The next morning.
We are on day 2 of the Internet 3.0 project. Peter is on his way right now. We need to put some holes in the roof on the SUV. Haven't told Charity about that yet. I've got this port right here that we installed. I'm going to set it up with the help of Peter to where I can plug in an Ethernet and right into a box on the side of the hideaway. Then it's going to connect the internet from the RV to the house using the Peplink router that's in the house that is serving our internet with our service provider. And if the service provider goes out, the internet goes out, it's going to automatically just use the RV internet. And the antennas are up there, so getting a really good signal up there. So the only problem is this is really going to take a lot of time. Wish us luck. I think we can do this, but we're going to need a whole lot of luck.
We've got Blake and Dan that we brought in today, so we got the team. What we're going to do today is Dan is going to work with Ben on the electronics of the SUV, getting the 12-volt power, all the stuff hooked up and wired through. Blake and I are going to work on the RV, getting the Starlink mounted, the cable run in, and fix the rear Ethernet port. Then what we're going to do once we get that done is get the Ethernet run into the SDX over here for your WAN connection handoff. We should be able to do that by the time Dan and Ben get the 12-volt system hooked up in the SUV. And then we'll come in and install the Starlink and the 42G on the SUV.
So is this a competition then? Who can get done fast? No, I'm just kidding.
Plug your battery in here, your ignition, your ground, and then you're out.
Okay, so it just turns on and off.
So basically what it does is when you turn on the vehicle, everything will turn on. And then after 30 minutes, everything shuts off so it doesn't kill your battery.
We need to figure out how to run some power from here and then go through the firewall and then up the headliner down the back of the SUV.
It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud.
In order to get this to work and turn off and turn on when we start the car, because you don't want the Peplink to always be on, because if you're not using your car for a couple days, it'll drain the battery. So I picked up some of these things called an add-a-fuse, and what it does is it will convert a single fuse into 2 fuses. So what we can do is tap into one of these accessories and then send a signal back there saying that the car is turning off and on. That should work. We'll find out. What do you think?
If we can find a place to put it, then I think this will work, yeah.
All right. There's 2 locations. There's a fuse box here and one underneath the glove box. So we're gonna try to figure out which location is best. We just fished a bunch of this DC cable all the way through the firewall here, down, back where, through here, and we're gonna go right up over the headboard, all the way back to here, and then run it down over here, and then it'll connect up to this box. Okay, we were successful in fishing it out all the way to the back with this big long fish wire.
It's about to go down. We'll make the whole world hear us.
Pete, how's it going up there?
Good. Got the hole in the box. We're about to feed it down through. Got the flat metal round discs on the top of the air conditioning. Got it all cleaned up. I'm Instacarting some 1/2-inch screws because there's a metal frame right underneath the plastic. So my 1-inch screws were too long. So we're using Instacart to load us some 1/2-inch screws. Other than that, I think this is gonna be a nice clean install.
I have never seen anybody use Instacart to deliver this kind of stuff. I thought it was for food.
I thought so too, until I was in Seattle doing a project and I Instacarted some cinder blocks
Okay.
for a project.
There's a Florida man hat for you if you want it. Keep that
Buckeyes.
sun off your head.
The,
Oh, dude, that looks good on you.
A few moments later.
we got the cable down the hole that has no space for more cables.
What? You actually got another cable through there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got it in there.
That's amazing.
So we got the cable through. We're gonna fish it underneath there. This will come right here, and your Starlink will be right there.
Okay.
And I got ordered some 1/2-inch screws. We're gonna tap that down.
Okay.
We should be able to set the Starlink there and plug this in.
Snap it right on. Okay.
Yeah, to the existing BR2.
I can't believe that you fit another one in there.
That
was tight.
Shocked that fit in there. I slid the fishing line through, and he's like, "I see it." I was like, "Okay."
I'm not calling you Professor anymore. Your name's MacGyver, Pete. What is this thing, and what are we gonna do with that?
So this device will turn on or off the main power to the battery power based on when you turn the ignition on. So we're gonna run an ignition wire here that only turns on when the ignition turns on. When this senses it, it'll turn the main battery on.
Okay.
And then it's also have a timer so that when the ignition turns off, we have it set to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So after 15 minutes, it will turn the router off. So if you do a quick stop and get out of your car, fill up, use the restroom, and then get back in, you're not waiting the 5 to 10 minutes for the router to reboot. Because it will keep it running.
Keep it running.
But you don't want it to stay on overnight. It'll kill your battery.
Okay. So 20 minutes is the max then on that, or what is it?
Actually, this max has 18 hours.
Whoa.
So it can.
So different
settings.
Down to what's the minimum?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay, that's awesome.
So it goes from 5 seconds up to 18 hours.
That's amazing.
So everything connected to this will be powered off of this.
Okay. Pizza. The Marcos. Oh wow. Pasta too. Look at that.
Shakes like it's ready to drop. Give it to you if you want what I got. Here it comes. Are you ready or not? Be like me. Ain't nobody else like me. Be like me. Ain't nobody else like me. Be like
Slight problem?
Yeah, so we drilled this hole this morning thinking, oh, we'll put a power switch right there.
Yeah.
The problem is, when we put the shelf in, it covers the whole.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So
grommets for the win.
good sport. So the question is, do you want a secret hidden power switch underneath here, or do you want the power switch up here?
I'd say secret hidden. I like secret hidden.
Secret hidden,
Yeah,
right in the
nobody-
center?
Yep, nobody knows about it.
I like it.
But me. Oh crap. Shoot. Dang it.
Secret's out now.
Man. Dude,
Check-
look, it's internet in a box.
Internet in a box. Okay, so you got your Peplink 5G router. Then we have the Trio flat mount DC adapter. So this basically allows you to have Starlink high performance. Here's our Ethernet that will plug into the Peplink right there. And then this goes into the Starlink itself. And then this goes into your car. So you have your 12 volt for your car. So what I did for you is I just ordered you a 15 amp 12 volt power supply. You'll be able to plug this in and go anywhere in the world and just plug it in and boom, you have Starlink 5G internet.
We got a little bit of an issue here where the Starlink apparently keeps going on and offline. Router's working fine, but the Starlink DC
Starlink
box
just
keeps going off and on line. So we need to figure out what might be going on with that. We don't know if it's the box, or we may try this other box to see if it does it with that too. So we will figure out what that is.
And I'm watching the screen here, so you see no cable detected.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to say connecting. So that's connecting. So it should connect, then say checking. Then it'll say checking IP address.
And then what it was doing before is dropping.
Yeah, it just did it. See?
It just dropped again.
It just dropped again.
What is this? Did you just Instacart Starbucks?
Yeah. Got you a drink.
Oh my gosh, you are amazing, man. I appreciate it. So
Isn't it so awesome that we live in a day and age of like anything you need, just it's
Right.
at your fingertips.
I know.
It's
I know.
awesome.
It's crazy.
Careful, yeah.
So
Don't step on that.
we got a few updates. Some good news and some bad news. So do you want to tell her the good news, Peter, first, or bad news? Well, and about
None of it's bad news yet.
well, yeah. And one thing,
Just laugh.
we need to talk about the elephant in the room too. About what we're gonna do next. About
That's the good news.
the hole in the roof.
Drilling 2 holes in the roof?
Yeah, yeah.
No. No, why? Why does every time Peter show up, there's holes in roofs?
We need to run this cable to the roof so we can put the Starlink on the roof. But it's just a tiny hole.
Yeah, tiny.
I mean, it's not a big hole. The big hole is the
Oh yeah, about that, Jerry. It's a big hole.
so the big
But
hole-
we're gonna seal it.
yeah, we'll
And
definitely seal it.
It won't leak.
Probably not leak.
Shouldn't leak.
It might, yeah, like
Might.
a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
This is like this. It's like you're like some storm chaser now.
Augers deployed. What?
You're like, I'm gonna have all of these things. Like it looks like some sort of Doppler
Oh,
radar.
wait a sec. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't even know what is in that box.
Doppler?
No, no, no. Do you guess what that box is?
Doppler radar.
No.
I don't even know what's in the box.
So
It looks like it seriously looks like you've got some sort of like
Peter,
FBI
you-
surveillance van stuff going on.
You gotta tell her
this
what that
is
does.
actually very similar to what we install in like news vans and some of the bigger
FBI
vehicles.
surveillance van.
Well, I can't want to say that those 3 digits. Let's just say news. But it's a road
Cannot
kit
confirm nor deny.
that's an antenna, power, and a 5G router. So anywhere you go, a sporting event, the beach, Paris, whatever, you just take this box with you and plug it in, and you have internet. So even if you don't have the RV.
We'll be connected.
So I noticed when I was watching your video about the 2 places you'll never go, and you're
Right.
like, I'm never gonna go to Australia because of connectivity, Alaska, because of a connectivity.
Now we
And I was
can.
like, whoa, whoa, whoa!
You're like,
Challenge
hold
accepted.
the phone. Hold the phone.
That can't be one of the reasons.
Well, we'll have to come up with a different excuse now. Alrighty, well, I will keep back to check on the progress of your work.
Alrighty.
This might not be able to handle the amperage that we're pushing through. So we're going from 14 gauge to 12 gauge. So what we had is basically the Starlink is pulling so many amps that it was dropping the voltage over the 12 gauge, over the 14 gauge wire.
Got it.
So we're testing 12 gauge wire. If it still drops, the manufacturer, the Trio, says that we need to go get 10 gauge wire.
Okay.
But we will have to go get that.
Okay.
If it works with the 12 gauge, will be great.
Is it gonna work? Flipping it on.
Okay, so the Peplink just turned on, so we know that's good.
Of course that's good. I wouldn't doubt that.
13.8.
Yeah, so we're at higher voltage now.
So 3, 7, 12. Oh, I did not see. I didn't see it drop down to
Okay.
9,
So
Oh, no.
10.
11.
11.
So did it reboot?
No,
No
the
reboot.
Ethernet did not reboot yet.
So like a
So the-
10 gauge would even allow it to have higher amperage than this, I'm assuming. But
Oh, it just rebooted.
and that's the thing about this kind of stuff is like you just trial and error, you know, see what works, and you know, worst case scenario, call Instant Cart. You know, no more. Gone are the days of running to Home Depot yourself 5 times a day. Just call Instant
And
Cart.
cellular's online. So your cellular's in backup. So this is your eSIM. So this is your
Right.
Peplink eSIM.
Okay. Yep.
So you can see it's connected on standby.
Yep.
And then your Starlink is connected right here. So
dear.
if the Starlink's on, you're saving the cellular data, not using the data.
Yep.
If the cellular dies, the Starlink kicks in, or the 5G kicks in.
Yep.
We have this opportunity with the roof down because of the power. So I want to mark where I'm going to drill the holes up so we don't hit any wires in the roof. Mark it and look at that. Look how centered that is. And then we'll have the Starlink come through right there. And
Okay.
that's just going to be a little tiny hole for the
Yeah.
Starlink cable.
Got it.
And that's
Okay.
Peplink 101.
So we're at 12.34.
Yep. See, now it's back on. Now this is when you don't want to go back off.
So we don't want it to drop below like 9.
Yeah, we don't want to drop below 10.
10.
And then we want to keep this this light needs to stay on from now on.
Okay.
So it's going to come on, turn off, then come on and should stay on.
Okay.
And right now we're running 11. It dropped to 10:09, but we're still on.
10:49.
12. Oh, it just shut off. So it's not enough.
It's not enough.
If you turn the car on, it's going to work fine. With the engine off, there's not enough power from your battery to keep it going. We might need to upgrade your battery.
We are at the end of day 2. We thought we were going to be done today, but these guys are going to come back Friday. We ran into a little bit of an issue with getting enough power from the battery in the SUV to the back to power the Starlink and the Peplink device. Not quite enough, so we're going to run 8 gauge back. They're taking the DC conversion kit and the Starlink back to do some testing.
Yep.
At the office.
Make sure it will work.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do.
So that way we can come back, finish that up, finish the install with the antenna.
So the Hideaway is going to be live on Monday.
Yep.
The RV is done. We got that hooked up, and it's
Yep.
all the Starlink's hooked up, the mag mounts, everything's good there. And then next Friday, we're going to finish the RV, the SUV,
Okay.
drill the holes, run the Starlink, and
Get that up.
get the power hooked up.
Awesome. You guys rock. Thank you so much.
2 more days.
2 more days. Okay.
Because in a couple more days construction, we're always almost done.
Next morning.
Okay, so it's day 3. We are going to install these Peplink. They're the AP1AX access points. I need to run one down here, but I'm running into an issue where across here, for whatever reason, when they built this place, they put a 2x4 across. And when we were trying to fish a wire up, we were literally running into a piece of wood. So we need to be able to put a little hole in here so we can drill through that 2x4 and get a wire down and then run it down here. So I need to let Charity know that we're gonna need to be putting holes in the walls. We need to chat.
I never like that when you say that.
We need to put holes in the wall.
No, absolutely not. No.
We have to poke a little hole in the wall here to drill through a 2x4. That's crossways. We're not gonna take in the 2x4.
No.
That's not the only hole we need to drill.
Okay, I'm out on this project now. Like, seriously, I'm out on this project. This has turned into...
This is not going to be a big hole, and it's going to be covered up. It's going to look really aesthetically pleasing. This needs to go up into the ceiling.
Shut up! I am not going to hang these things on ceilings.
Yeah, they look nice.
It's going to look like garbage.
No, it won't. It's not going to look like garbage.
No, I'm serious. These are not going to hang on ceilings.
Yeah, they are.
No. Here's where I'm at.
Because the signal goes better high to low.
Okay. I don't really care how it works.
It'll look good. It'll look
I am just
clean.
one of those people that when I sit down and I turn on my computer, I just need it to work.
Yeah.
I don't care how that it works.
Yeah.
I don't care about all of the things. I just want to know that it works and that I have internet and that the internet works and that it's fast enough that I can work.
Oh, it'll work. It'll be fast too. So, and it'll look clean. Okay, so we're just fishing up some of this Ethernet cable right up to the ceiling. He's gonna bring it over the ceiling, over this way. Then here's where all of the cables come down. And then they'll come down here and hook up to the Peplink device. Okay, so we've got a few of these AP1 AXs around the house that are hardwired to the SDX to give us full strength signal throughout the house.
Eventually.
MacGyver and Blake. So that's the new
it's the
8 gauge. Wow, that's
It's beefy.
It is beefy.
Hopefully we can pull this through with the other wire. So,
And I got a beefier battery. I got a dual AGM battery, so it's a deep cell AGM. So
that should work really good.
yeah, it's
And then, yeah, I found out, like, while testing with this, it was pulling almost, 250 watts?
okay.
So that's why we were having problems, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of current.
Okay, so use case 5432 for Gorilla Tape is using it to tape on the
Pull chain.
pull chain to this pole that we basically fish through the top of the roof liner to get up to the front. I'm gonna pull from the front, pull,
Feeding the wire.
coming
while
through
Teddy pulls-
pretty smooth.
Well, we're not going through the channel this
yeah.
time. The cable channel.
That definitely helps. Okay, we're through. Look at that wire. One thing we want to watch out for is right here, this little white thing
Yeah.
is the airbag. So
That's an airbag?
yeah, that's actually an airbag in these Ford F-150s and Expeditions. So we want to go back behind this because obviously if that deploys with the wire in front, it'll hurt.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Let's go. Are you supervising?
Who's got treats?
Okay, we're through. Yes. $1230
Yes.
That's good, right?
So we'll watch it while it boots up and see how
Okay.
far down it dips.
All right.
So
Plugging in the box with the Starlink 12 volt conversion and the Peplink BR1 5G. And we've got the high performance dish out here.
okay, so we
Okay,
got down to 1150 is what I saw.
Okay, so
So
it
let's
popped.
see.
So
1090.
10.9 is in.
We want over 10. We need it to stay over 10.
Stay over 10 or else that's when it reboots.
Yep. And so
Okay.
it looks like it's holding at 10, 10.8.
10.8.
Yeah.
Come on, stay with us.
That's very good.
And MacGyver the man.
So, and we gave you a nice long cable to work with.
And then Blake. What's up, Blake?
I got your box mounted.
Box
and your
is
plug.
up?
Yeah.
Dude. Awesome.
And it's level.
And it's level. Everything works. So now we are going to drill a hole into the roof of the car. Don't tell Charity. Now Blake's drilling the first hole in the roof. Got something to talk to you about real quick. So we're drilling a hole in the roof. I mean, actually, it's already drilled, so too late. No going
So
back.
now you're not telling me about the fact that
Well,
you need to drill a hole. You're telling me about the fact
I'm
you
telling
did
you
it.
after. A bit better to beg for forgiveness than to
Ask for permission?
Ask for permission, you
When it
know?
comes to putting holes in.
So, anyways, but
You better make sure
it's gonna be sealed up
butyl tape it or
and
whatever you
butyl
gotta do.
tape, siliconed. We got MacGyver over here assisting. So, oh hey, how's it going?
That one right through.
There
That
it is.
didn't even-
Good. Yep.
I barely heard you start.
Carbide bit did it.
No turning back.
All right, we're
Carbide bit. We were using the I guess the bit I had is a
probably for
wood one, and that didn't cut it literally. So.
It lost its teeth on that one.
Good.
Oh, Blake, that looks amazing. Look at that.
Center this above, mark it, and
Okay.
then cut it with a knife, and then
Okay.
you have full coverage, and nothing can get in. And then I do a bead of silicone around it once we're done.
Okay.
So
And then there's GPS on that one, right?
yeah,
On that
yep.
cord?
There's there are 4 cellular connections to Wi-Fi and a GPS.
Okay.
So
Got the 3M
Yep.
cut out. He's taken some alcohol wipes and wiped that out.
yep, always wipe down
Cleaned
the
it.
site before you mount it, especially with the 3M. The 3M wants clean adhesion, so you want it to kind of squeak.
Squeak. Okay. Squeaky
Yep.
clean.
Yep, as always. So I'm gonna run those down. Dan, I'm handing this to you real quick. Put the Peplink logo facing outward.
Okay.
Now
and
everyone knows.
that was on purpose, right?
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Always.
Nice.
Peter will tell you the
Beautiful.
same thing. Always
Alright.
on purpose.
Yes. we've got a little bit of an issue here, and we're at another stopping point. So this clip on the Starlink cable broke somehow, and that's going to be the permanent cable that is going to come down through the vehicle, and we don't want to have that clip not on there because it could vibrate out and the connection won't work. So we ordered a junction box on Amazon to put on the roof of the vehicle, and they're gonna get another cable and come down Monday to run that through and to get the Starlink up and running to this internet box. So these projects, always something, man. Okay, we just got one more day left.
One more day.
And that's it. That should really finalize it. So everything went great today. We got the side of the home base plugged into the RV, got the mobile internet connection box all wired up. Blake drilled holes through my roof and sealed it back up, in time for Charity to come home. So
No holes.
no holes. So I really appreciate your guys' help with everything. You guys are awesome. So now, whether we're camping off grid or parked home at the Glamper hideaway, our RV and expedition are basically one giant rolling Wi-Fi hotspot. It's fast, reliable, and gives us peace of mind knowing that we've got a backup internet solution wherever we are. You can learn more in depth over on our blog. Subscribe for more, and to learn more about the internet on our RV, check out this video right here.